My name is Nonkumelelo Madube and I'm the owner and managing director of a company called The San Hair. We produce all things that have to do with human hair products, your bundles, your wigs, the tape-ins, all things that have to do with human hair. And we have a processing factory in Midrand, and we supply to other salons and our own salons nationwide. We currently have 17 salons, brand owned, and we also supply to other smaller salons, and we also supply to retail. 10 years ago, wigs started becoming quite popular, and I started doing my research, ended up in Mozambique. From Mozambique, I went to India. From India, I went to China. And by then, it was quite clear to me that there was a gap in the market, and that's how the business came about. We started just from me wanting my own unit and trying to source a cheaper supplier. And then from there, it was a matter of, okay, when do I start doing this thing full time? Because I had spent like a year doing it while I was working and just selling the hair from the boot of my car. And then eventually I decided, okay, let's get some machines into the country, let's start doing this. And that was the birth of the company. How we expanded our business over the years, it was obviously through demand. We saw the need to actually open in other locations outside of Johannesburg. So for us, soon we had a demand in Cape Town, we had a demand in Durban, and then from there we were lucky enough to get into retail. We were supplying one of the big retail chains in South Africa, and me being the risk taker that I am, I was like, we are going to develop our own products. And we started having our shampoos and our treatments, our oils for the hair. So everything really, I knew that I wanted to do this business and do it well and make sure that I hire as many people as possible. I've always felt like if I'm going to get into business, it must be something that I'm passionate about, and also opportunity. It's those two combined. My relationship with FNB started actually, I was a fan. I would always look at FNB and I was like, this bank is progressive. And I liked their app, I liked how progressive they were, because I knew the challenges of where I was before. So I was like, I'm young, I feel like I belong there. And that's why I opened my very first business account. And then from there, we started taking up facilities. And yeah, so I've been an FNB girlie since then, from day one. I mean, as young as I am in business, I've always felt like I have some nice financial support, not just finances, but also strategic direction when it comes to the business. When I informed my banker about this new opportunity to get into retail and how nervous I was about supplying because of cash flow issues, he then suggested to me a facility called Select Invoice Discount. If you are not aware of things like that, it will really hinder your business. So it's really more than just financial help, but also just coaching with regards to how to run your business. And they understand that cash is king. It gave us a big break because we're going to have such big financial constraints if we did not tap into that facility. One of the other facilities that we use a lot is the Forex payments, because making payments abroad was not always the easiest thing. It was always such a hurdle. But with my banker, he was able to actually assist us, register, have an account, be able to make payments to our suppliers in good time. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that facility. I would say we're making progress. The long-term vision for the brand is big, but it can definitely be achieved. So yeah, franchising, product expansion, more stores, more employment, and yeah, the sky's the limit.